Hi, in this video, I am going to show you how can you use a Sketchup for Web to design your castle. First, we have to go to Google, Chrome, or any search engine, and you're gonna type Sketchup for Web. You have to click on Sketchup for Web, and then you will go to Start Modeling. You need to sign in using your Google account. And then this is my home. This is my home page. We can click on creating, create a new file, SketchUp document, but I can click on this small arrow to select the measurements that I need to perform my design. What I prefer, because at the end of this project, we might print it as a 3D design. So what I prefer, we can select the millimeters to create the object. Now let me delete this. The first thing, when I want to design whatever, I recommend to start from the center. So if you use the navigation tool to rotate or to see your design from different views, you will not lose your design. Anytime you can always go back to the center. So we will start from here. And I want to perform this. I want to start with a base. So I can design a base for my land. And if you noticed here, I can see the dimensions of the space. Okay, we can use the navigation tool. From here, I can use the orbit one to rotate around my, to navigate or to rotate around my design. I can use the pan tool so I can move my design up and down, left and right. And we can use zoom in and out so I can zoom in and out to my design, or just do something. Okay, I think we should be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna yeah, I think this should be fine. Okay, now I want to design first. To design the castle, I'm thinking to make like a stairs for my castle. I'll go again. We have a shape tool. So this is a select tool, eraser, and here we have the paint. I can select color from, we have different color we'll talk about later, and we have this picker tool. I can use it if I want to pick a specific color. Here we have a line tool. I can just draw lines, or we can do freehand drawing. I can we have arc tool, different kinds of arc tool. This is a shape tool, and here we can use this for writing text. Okay, let me go to the shape tool. I'm going to design my, let me do something. I want to close this one, and I want to design the stairs to be like that. Okay, another square. Before I design the stairs, I need to use the push-pull tool just to extrude the floor or the base a little bit, very little. Okay, we're not gonna make it too big. Okay, I'm gonna take the pan and make sure that I can see, I can control the base. Now I will make a square in the middle. Okay, and this is square. We have here a tool, this tool, push-pull tool. we call it push-pull, so I can make the design. If you noticed, if you look at here, if I want to make it 3D, we must have a height for it. So I can use the push-pull tool to make, sorry, Control Y, Control Z, yeah. So I can use the push-pull tool to extrude my design. We have here a follow me tool. We can use it for some purposes. I'm gonna tell you about it later. And this one, we call it the offset tool. One of the advantages of the offset tool, I can use it to make, what do we call it? Like to double the line. Okay, so I can click on this. I'll go to this line. I wanna double it. So I wanna double it to inside, like I'm gonna click here. I will select, make sure that I am selecting this area. When you see the small dots, it means that I'm selecting this area. So I'm gonna click on it on the edge, and then we will pull it inside. I have here, like I'm gonna find, I have another line. Let me repeat the same step or the same thing again. I'll go to this edge. I'm gonna select this area, and I can make another line inside or another frame. Okay, now it's time to use the push-pull tool. I wanna extrude this up, and I will take this stairs. Let me push it. I think this is very high. We don't need this to be high this much. Okay, so I designed the stairs to my castle. Okay, now the next step, I'll go back again to the offset tool, sorry, and now it's time to design the building of the castle. I want the castle to look like a square. Okay, the building will look like a square. So we can have a square, and then I can go back again to the push-pull tool. I will extrude it up, and let's zoom in and out. Let me orbit the design and make sure that I'll do this. Sorry, let's go back to the zoom in and out so I can see the whole thing. I'll take the pan tool, which is with the navigation tool, the hand tool or the pan tool, and I will change orbit to change the view. I want to push it a little bit more. I think here we have the castle building. Okay. For the castle, I want to have some design on the top. So I can use the line tool to have some design there. So we have the midpoint over here. I need to search. I'll go and move the cursor of my mouse on the edge until I find the midpoint. You will find the name midpoint, and the point colors is blue. You have to draw a line to connect it with the other midpoint. So now we can confirm that the both sides are equal. It's very important when you design or when you use a SketchUp or a 3D design that you have equal, like we call them equal shapes. We don't want to say like equal shapes. We can say like you have to use the tools carefully. So you can have the sizes, the measurements, the areas correctly. You don't have something wrong because it will affect your design later. And if you do any mistake, make sure to make Command Z or Control Z if you're using the Windows to redo the steps, to undo the steps and fix it. Okay, I'll continue drawing line. The reason I want to divide the roof for parts so we can make a style there. Okay. So I think I can have 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. I need to have an odd number of parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can merge between these two areas to have Let me do something here. One more, and make sure that um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can take the eraser and I can delete this line in the middle. Then I'm gonna have like two equal, I have 7 areas, which is an odd number. Let me continue with the other side. I'll find the midpoint on the edge and connect it to the other midpoint on the other side. And we will continue the same thing. Okay, so 4, okay. Something else will help you or will guide you or will tell you that you are drawing correctly or not. When you try to draw any line, if you noticed, you will find that if I'm trying to draw a line, look at the line. This line color is green, which means that it's on the green axis. So it's aligned with the green axis, which is this one. Okay. And if I try to draw something and the color here is red, it means that it's aligned with the red axis. If I want to draw something which is going to be vertically aligned with the blue one, then I have to change the view and I can start drawing like that. Then I'm gonna have a line, uh, a line with the blue axis. Okay, now we said we want to have an odd number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can go back to the eraser. I'll take the eraser here. Make sure to have them equal. Right. The next step is going to be I'll use the push-pull tool because I want to extrude these small squares or parts. I'll go here. I want the height of this to be exactly the same height of the first one. Then I need, while I am extruding this part, I have to move and click on the top of this. Okay, I didn't stop, so I can have both of them the same height. I'll go to another one. While I'm extruding this one, I'll move it. Look, I'm gonna have like a guide. I want it to be exactly on this face, so we will continue this way. Okay, I'll leave one. I'm gonna raise one, leave the other one. Okay, continue this way. Okay, I'll change the view to use orbit. Orbit will help me a lot in designing whatever I want to design. We can make it more, we can make it less, it's up to you. Okay, what about these lines? For these lines, I can use the eraser. Make sure I'm erasing only the lines, the unneeded lines. Do not erase the edge of your design. Okay. I'll continue deleting this. Oops, I did something wrong. We can make Command Z or Control Z, as I told you, and we can zoom in and out. Make sure that, okay, so I think the roof now, the castle's roof is ready. Let me take the pen tool and I'll put it here. Okay, this is part 1 of the tutorial. We are going to continue with part 2. How can we design the door and the rest of things?